Welcome everyone to our webinar, Redefining Athletic Excellence. This is about the consciousness-based sports program at Maharishi International University. Welcome, my name is Karen and I'll be your host today. This is a very exciting webinar because we're launching not only a new program, but also a new approach to athletics. And another thing that we're pioneering is a different way of running our webinar where we're actually going to go all between parts of the campus and hear from our various coaches and program directors. So we're going to be having a lot of fun. So it'll be a very dynamic, interactive webinar. And closed captioning is available if you want to click on CC, if you need that. So first, let's take a look at Maharishi International University. This is called the home of consciousness-based education. And consciousness refers to both the inner awareness that we develop through meditation, very specifically the transcendental meditation technique. It also refers to an underlying field of consciousness, which is a source of creative intelligence. And we thread this idea through all of our curriculum. And this is the paradigm from which we teach every aspect of life, including our area of focus today, which is athletics and wellness and health. So you'll see on the homepage that it's an unusual homepage for university in that it's a statement of values and a lifestyle. And if you think about that, that's one of the most valuable things that brings a community together. An approach or a lifestyle that's conducive to transformation and growth. So whatever program you're in, these are key points for any student and also faculty and staff. So athletics has always been an important feature, but this is the first time we're having such a formalized approach and an athletic program that will draw athletes here. So we'll get to that in a little bit, but first, some practical points. MIU is an accredited nonprofit university accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. So in today's webinar, we're going to tackle these three topics. We're going to take a tour of our sports and esports facilities. Then we'll look at a vision of consciousness-based sports. And we'll talk about MIU's process for recruiting athletes. With that, I'm going to stop the screen and ask all of our faculty member to turn on their video. Oh, also, yes. And also Rachel pointed out that there's a Facebook announcement for the Zoom as well. So yes, you might have seen us through social media campaign. So, okay, so we've got Owen Blake in the unified field. And we have Ruben Sanchez, who's our program director. And then we have Eric Enlow from the Esports arena, newly opened. Okay, so let's start with Ruben, who's going to give us the vision of sports at MIU and for the world.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ruben Sanchez. I'm the head of the sports department, consciousness sports department here at MIU. I was professional soccer player in Spain for many years. And at some point, I discovered MIU, which is a place where what we are is we are pioneers. And why we are pioneers? Because we are pioneering a new concept in the industry, that there is no need in order to suffer, in order to perform at the highest consistently, and to be happy, and to create a great legacy for sports. And this is what we are about, you know? This is something very important for us, and we welcome you into this webinar, because for us, having you here means that you are kind of conscious enough to understand that there is another way, you are looking for it, and then you are excited about it. And we want you to know that there is one place in the world, unique, that can give you the experience that you are looking for. And what you are looking for, if you are an athlete, you are looking for an experience that can develop your peak performance consistently so you can perform at the highest without stress. And this is why we are experts on that. I've been I have experience in the industry for many years as a pro and coaching Olympic athletes and coaching world-class athletes. I was in Paris winning medals and this and that. And at some point I got to MIU, okay? There are different aspects that you need to know regarding consciousness-based sports. It's true, we do transcendental meditation, but we do transcendental meditation because it's the key in order to create consistent peak performance, zone states, and flow states, which is what any athletes in the world are looking for. What happens is that usually athletes, they don't know how to get it consistently. So what we want to create here is a place, is an environment that is a family. We want quality versus quantity. We want you to feel comfortable, to have individualized attention so you can thrive in the court or in the field and off the field. And this is something we are really caring about. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and walk you through the whole facilities of the rec center so you can see the amazing place we got here. There you go. These are our facilities. Okay, guys, this is our facilities. We have a tournament, pickable tournament today here. I'm gonna walk you through really quick so you see it and you are inspired not only by the concept of training and performing without stress, but the actual facilities that are gorgeous here at MIU. Okay, here you go. We have 4 tennis courts here that now there is a pickable tournament going on, which is great because it's gonna give some liveliness to what we are doing here. And I'm gonna go across the courts. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Thank you. So we are here interrupting the tournament. Sorry, guys. But this is worth it, okay? So you see all the courts here. I'm walking to the end. And at the end, you can see when I arrive there that we have 4 basketball courts. We have more pickable courts, which makes this place an amazing place, you know? And this is an indoor facility of tennis, which means there are not so many schools, according to NAIA, that they have facilities indoor for tennis, which create a very good opportunity for you to be able to enjoy during winter, okay? Here you're gonna see the different basketballs, courts, and what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna throw it to Karen, because right now we are gonna go visit somewhere else, and I will join you really soon again to show you much more about our facilities. Thank you so much, Karen.
All right, thanks so much for explaining a little bit about the methodology and the approach. As you said, it doesn't have to be a stressful way anymore. There is a way to develop peak performance and flow states. And part of the tools include transcendental meditation. So from that, we're going to switch over to Owen Blake, who's standing in the unified field. We have a lot of play on terms that relates to both consciousness and quantum physics. So that's part of well, maybe you should explain more about where you are. Welcome, Owen.
Thank you. Hello, Karen, reporting live from the unified field. Here we are. It's an absolutely ridiculously gorgeous day. And we're here. The unified field is our soccer field, also our women's flag football field, which is really in a really incredible location. We're really sort of in the heart of campus here, which is really fantastic. On this side over here, and I apologize, my cameraman wasn't here to give a full 360-degree scope, but on one side we have a lot of our dormitories here, so a lot of our students will be living right next to the field, which is super exciting. And behind me here, we have some of our meditation halls where students can come together, and also community members can come and enjoy a group program in a really dynamic setting altogether, which is really enhances the experience for everybody. So this is it's a really iconic location. We're really excited. We've been doing some upgrades to the field this year. We've got more upgrades actually coming before this fall semester begins. So it's an exciting time for the sports program, but also for the facilities improving. And we can't wait to really host a bunch of home games this year for the first time on this really iconic field, this really iconic place for the town as well as for the university.
I'm getting a prompt to ask you about the naturalness of the field. I'm assuming we're not using industrial strength chemicals.
Correct. Yes, we actually are partnered with some of our students in the regenerative organic agriculture program who are consulting and helping us do this in as natural a way as possible. We really want to engage our own community and use our own principles and values here at the university to create success in as natural of a way as possible. So great question.
Can you come closer to the camera so we can read your shirt? Okay, what the
Yes.
heck is that?
World peace through sports. This is a really beautiful concept that consciousness-based sports, in sort of in a similar way to the Olympics, actually really acknowledges and understands the value of sports beyond just physical exercise. Sports has so much value as a unifying force, as a force for improving health, communication, relationships, both locally but also internationally. We live in a world where there's a lot of separation, and this is sports is a wonderful opportunity to come together. We're a really international university, so getting a chance to play sports with people from around the world is a really special opportunity to grow as an individual. So we really believe that through sports, we can help improve individuals, which helps improve teams and communities. And taking that up to larger and larger aspects, we really believe that through improving the individual, we're contributing to a greater wholeness or creating more peace and prosperity for the world through sports. So we have a pretty big, grand vision here, and we're excited to bring it to the field.
Well, maybe later on you can talk about how competition looks when we're all enlightened. All right. We're going to give Owen some time to pedal over to the wherever we're going next. So thanks, Owen. And we're going to switch over to Eric in the esports arena.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the MIU community. It is I, Eric Enlow, the head coach of the MIU Esports program, coming to you live from the Esports arena. That was fantastic. That's the energy I love to bring, and I'm very passionate about our program, as you can see. And so I am here today joined by several of our students. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the camera so you can see the amazing facilities that we are currently building in and the ways that our students are engaging in them. Pulling up right now. We'll go ahead and grab those camera controls. Give me just a minute. And we are live. There we go. So moving off to the side over here, I have a beautiful, fantastic group of students having fun playing Mario Kart. Somebody is certainly winning. I see somebody in first, somebody in fourth, and somebody in 12th. They're not having a good time, but they will soon. A setback is a setup for a comeback. That's what I always say. Moving on to the right here, you're going to be able to see our computers here in just a minute. I apologize. The camera's a bit slow. It's kind of like waking up in the morning. It doesn't always want to get the job done, but eventually it's up and ready to go. All right. So here you can see some of our players, and they're going to be playing. It looks like I see League of Legends on one side, I see Overwatch on another, and I think I do see some Valorant happening. And they are having a fantastic time. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic indeed. And they will be practicing and developing themselves as athletes in order to compete in collegiate tournaments against schools all across the U.S. This means traveling to big LAN events, big productions, large stage, large lights, MIU, front and center. That's exactly who we're going to be.
All right. You said something about online students or on-campus students? Who
Travel.
can participate?
Everybody can participate. We're working on sorting out the details for online students. In-person students will be the ones that are able to travel, but we are currently factoring out some online support so that our students will be able to compete in some of these collegiate tournaments. I will have to say, though, the only students within the U.S. who are online will be able to compete due to limitations with the connectivity and the software, the databases of where these games are hosted. You don't want to be playing at 300 or 400 ping, lots of lag. It's a very unfortunate, a very frustrating experience, and we wouldn't wish that on anyone.
That makes sense. Thank you so much for that. Okay, we're going to come back to you a little bit later, but next we have Ruben. Let's see if his camera's here. Okay, what are we looking at? Hi.
There we go. Here you can look at our badminton courts, our ping pong courts, and over there at the end, you have the rock climbing that we will go right now really quick. But the magic here is going to come to our gym. Our gym where we have some students now practicing and training, you know, And these are our facilities at the end of the rec center, okay? So when we come in, we can see the facilities, we can see the gym, you can see how everything is set up in order for you to have success, to have everything you need in terms of the material aspects that you need in order to perform at the highest. But also, like Eric and Owen are saying, and Karen are emphasizing, we are a university that wants more. We don't want to be only good at facilities or academics. We need to be pioneers. We want to be pioneers.
All right, sounds good. So Owen, looks like you made it over to the outdoor tennis courts. Thank you.
Mute me also.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Owen. We're looking at you.
Hi, Karen. Hi, everybody. Yeah, we're here now. Just really just right down the street, obviously, because I didn't have much time there for this transition. We're at our 6 outdoor tennis courts, which is really a treat to have both indoor and outdoor for a university this size. Let me see. I can't really see the screen, but hopefully you can see behind me. It's a really nice addition to have, again, these both the inside and the outdoor. We have a really strong, vibrant tennis community here in Fairfield. A lot of people playing at a variety of levels. And they've been working with the students last year to give them good challenge matches and improve their games in a variety of ways. So we've got a really vibrant community. We have a lot of support from the community here in Fairfield for our tennis program. And in fact, our indoor courts are being resurfaced very soon. So they'll be ready. I think they'll be ready for the next season, which is really awesome.
Nice.
And we're really excited to be able to offer such high quality tennis experience for all our students. And yeah, it's just a beautiful day. We have some extra space over here on the side where we've had some of our soccer players have also been playing in a little bit of a smaller environment while we've been doing some of the field upgrades. So it's a beautiful place out here. Again, it's sort of like almost right in the middle almost of the campus. It's so beautiful to have nature and to have our sports program really highlighted as our students walk through the campus. It's really fantastic.
Are you the person to also talk about recruiting strategies, or is that more Ruben?
I mean, either one of us can talk about recruiting. Ruben can definitely add some stuff for recruiting. Ruben talked on this idea of quality over quantity, and that's something that we all really believe in. We have a very unique mission, a unique vision, a unique culture here at MIU, and we want to attract people who want to be pioneers. It's not always easy to be a pioneer. You're doing something new. You're creating a new vision, a whole new approach to training and to being at your best. And that's not something that everybody necessarily is drawn to or is ready to step into. And so we really want to focus and emphasize that right away from the beginning when we talk to students at how unique our approach is and what we want to do for the industry. So we really are upfront with who we are and what we believe in and our approach to achieving our goals. And I think that's it's really it's really an advantage for us. We're a really unique program. I think we have a lot to offer. So we really emphasize bringing in people who are a culture fit, who want to be a part of this program, who really feel that excitement to pioneer the industry forward through a more healthy and holistic training methodology to achieve their peak performance without stress. So we just really focus in on that, lean into our identity, which is a really beautiful concept because it's not just in the sports department, it's in the university as a whole. So we're not sort of battling against external influences to hold true to our identity. More so, we're just fully integrated in with the rest of the university, and everyone here is really on a mission to enjoy this different approach to education as well as to sports to the fullest.
Gotcha. So Rachel's asking about this point about sports for brain health. And she says she's heard ping pong. This doctor named Dr. Amen, that's how it's spelled anyway, and says that ping pong is the best sport for brain health. So that's an interesting angle to take. I know as a student, we were told a little bit about our physiology type and we're given recommendations for which kind of sports was the best match for a unique type. Is there any of that integrated into your methodology, or really you can take this any way you want. Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks, Rachel, for the great questions. I think the brain is an integral part of the whole physiology, and as a lot of research is finding, any kind of physical movement can be very helpful. But sports in particular have a lot of reaction times, a lot of hand-eye coordination, a lot of body-mind integration. So ping pong, I'm sure, is very helpful, as are many sports, for improving brain health, for improving body health, the whole physiology. So absolutely, we, as Karen sort of alluded to, there's a concept within Ayurveda of having different sort of archetypes, and these different archetypes have different strengths and weaknesses and different sort of inclinations, and we absolutely factor this in when we're considering how to train. One person might need a certain style of training, more cardio, less cardio, more weightlifting, less weightlifting, to match their own sort of physiological archetype for maximum health. So it's definitely something we incorporate, we think about, we understand, and it's one of really, it brings out just this wonderful point of how holistic and individualized all of our attention, care, and training methodologies can be. So we're really fortunate to have this wonderful Ayurveda program here on campus, and I even just talked to Lise Fatigue, who I think is one of the program directors or somebody very
Yes.
high up in the
Yes.
Ayurveda program, and we were just talking at our Esports arena launch 2 weeks ago. We were talking about how we want to bring her in, and she has different ideas for aromatherapy, different ideas to help the athletes in between matches, in terms of activating the physiology, activating the mind, while being balanced, to remain calm, emotionally stable, and resilient. So there's so many different holistic practices that we are building into our program. We're just launching now, so there's a lot of details that we'll have to keep adding in as we go, but it's really a very holistic-minded approach.
Gotcha. And this is over on top of the transcendental meditation program of meditating together. You're talking about even more than that, incorporating other things like aromatherapy and all the knowledge from Ayurveda. We'll cover Ayurveda in another webinar in the future, but I wanted to first check if Ruben is available to connect. Otherwise, I've got some follow-up questions for Eric. Okay, Ruben's here. All right, what have we got?
There you go.
Thanks, Owen.
Hello. Thank you, Owen. Thank you, Karen. Listen, guys, we are now in our field house. This is the home of the pioneers, okay? This place is a legendary place. 6 Hall of Fame musicians played in this place. And we are now renovating it to get it ready for the NAIA requirements. They love this place because of the history that it has, and because everything that we can do here. You have the basketball courts, volleyball courts. We can put here pickleball. We can do cheerleading. We can do dancing. We can do everything we need in order to turn this sports program great. So this is what I wanted to show you. I'm going to show my face. Okay. So you can see me. And if there is any question about these facilities or anything related with consciousness-based sports, for me, this is the time. Karen, you were talking about the different aspects of the methodology. We have time.
There is that, but there's also a question about basketball teams. Ryan wants to know if you have basketball teams.
All right, this is a good question. Thank you. The situation now, we are choosing the sports that we are going to be developing. For sure, basketball is one of our priorities. Owen Blake was one of the basketball team members. Now you cannot see the flag because they paint them, but you have here state championships and everything. Yeah, Owen always brag about that, But anyway, the thing is this: we are gonna be creating basketball team. You know that this is a new program, so we are choosing wisely the sports we are gonna develop. And NAIA recommended us developing first and other ones, but this year we are gonna be starting moving the basketball. Okay, so the more interest and the more traction we have for the different sports, the fastest they are gonna come to MIU. So it's really good that you you are vocal about it, because that's make us wake up that there is a need there. Okay.
Well, we can ask, I mean, I have some follow-up questions for Eric, but before we go to him, does anybody on this participation group, the participants, would you like us to go more into methodology or recruiting or general life in Fairfield? You want to give us a direction? We have a couple minutes here where Ruben, who's the program director, can take your question. Otherwise, I'm going to move over to the esports arena again. Or, I mean, if there's another question we should answer so that we just have something good for the general, yeah, maybe general life. Okay. How do students and student athletes like the relationship with the town? So are you asking about the town-gown relationship? Can you say anything about that? Is there anything to highlight in particular about the relationship between the university athletes and maybe the town, Fairfield, and surrounding areas?
I can speak on that a little bit, Karen.
Okay.
This is, I was born and raised here in Fairfield, so this is a very special place for me. Being a part of this community, I've grown up here and feel very connected and at home here in Fairfield. And there's both the campus community, and I've also through sports actually have very much connected with the local Fairfield community who is here. I've been here before the university moved here in the 70s. So there's a strong local community that really I was able to bridge through sports. Sports was the unifier where I was able to compete and train with and practice with and get to know many of my friends through basketball and other sports. And I think sports, as I was speaking to earlier, has such a strong unifying power and capability. And so having a sports program here is going to be really powerful for unifying all of Fairfield, and also drawing people from the surrounding communities here to town to participate in, to watch, to feel a part of this program. And I'll also say that we are doing some very specific actionable items. For instance, over the summer, Ruben is going to have some soccer camps that will involve the local students here at the Fairfield Public High School. And Eric, Coach Enlock, can speak to some of the programs that we want to implement with the local high school as well as the private high school. At our esports arena launch just the other week, we had students from both the Fairfield High School as well as the Maharishi School at the arena, and they all wanted to participate in multiple different ways. So I think this program has a really important role to play moving forward in creating unity and bringing people together. So I think there's a lot of integration, and the sports program really brings new ways to integrate all the different communities here together to enjoy sports in a beautiful way.
Yes, and there's really strong indication that adding sports programs to universities really helps to boost enrollment and create a ton of activity in communities. So we're looking forward very much to the next years to see how the sports drives the entire community to come out and support one another. There's this really cool question. I think this might be for Ruben. I'm not sure, but Bronick asks, will there be a coach training program? There are many schools that need coaches who understand the whole person and also the changing nature of the physiology as one develops and grows.
This is a great question. And this is one of the reasons I came to the US. For the last 15 years, I've been working all around the world. And at this point, you know that the next Olympic Games are in LA 2028. And there is the Soccer World Cup, and there are many, many huge events on sports in the US. And what happened there is that we need to put the flag in the industry that there is another way, there is a stress-free way. And I cannot do it by myself. So what we are doing now is developing all the programs along with Owen Blake, that has been my partner during all these years, in order to develop programs that are, for example, called consciousness-based ambassador training, consciousness-based performance coach certificate, consciousness-based expert. And this is tailored for everybody in the industry to be able to train athletes, coaches, sports directors, and even presidents of federations like I did in a consciousness-based sports way, in the stress-free way. So we start reaching out to the world and truly creating a movement that stands by the stress-free approach to life, performance, and contribution to society. So this is a great question. It's one of the things why I came to the US.
Well, to that point, you've developed a methodology. Have you trademarked it? Is there a textbook? Is this the method that you would be imparting to other coaches?
Exactly. This is exactly it. And we are starting the 1st of August to train the coaches at MIU. We are organizing those trainings right now. And after we train the coaches at MIU, then we will go out. So if you want the coach certificate programs, just pay attention to everything we are doing in MIU. Best way of doing it, come to MIU, because then you will have the experience of it and you will be able to actually live it. And when you have the full immersion in something so unique and scientifically validated, then you can go out with the coherence, with the message, and with the full pack to be able to truly be a pioneer and change the industry for the good.
Thank you. All right, so we're gonna close out the session by going back to the esports arena, and Eric's going to talk to us about the lifestyle and the brain-based approach to esports. If you can say a little bit about all that goes into a holistic approach to training athletes. Thank you.
I have a limited capacity about what I'm able to talk about when it comes to the brain and the way that it operates, or operating at a higher cognitive function. But what I can talk a lot more about is going to be a holistic approach to coaching. And a lot of what I bring, and I work with Owen on this, is this idea of training athletes in 4 particular elements. This is the technical, how well that we can execute on our craft. This is the tactical, how well we understand the art of our craft and how we can exploit it. This is the mental, the way that we can communicate, process, retain information that we can study and problem solve as conflicts and challenges, as adversity comes our way. And then there is the physical or the physiological element, where is the conditioning of the body and ensuring that we are in a good physiological state, so our cognitive function is working at the highest capacity available so that we can continue to perform at the greatest elements of our ability. And so we utilize this type of coaching approach in order to really develop the whole athlete, not just making them good at their game, but making them good at not just the sport, but at life, as the function, as the way that we work. I wish I had a fancier way of putting that. My words are not with me today, but
no, that's perfect. It's perfect. You had also, there's one other area, you had learned transcendental meditation not too long ago, right? Is there any piece of this that you could speak to? You're a new meditator. Can you maybe compare, maybe it's a little bit early, to training with transcendental meditation versus prior to exposure?
It has been a very interesting endeavor for me. I will admit it, as an outsider, when I first came here, I was a bit skeptical about it. I'm aware of the benefits of meditation in general, and it's been a powerful tool used across the industry. But my experience with TM has been mind-blowing. It has shattered any prejudice I had, any reservations I had, quickly out the window within my first session. And the continued use of TM has allowed me to deal with the constant challenges that are presented my way. In esports, we wear many different hats. We're broadcasters, event organizers, brand ambassadors, we are coaches, we are mentors, and sometimes we're jumping right into the player's position as a player ourselves to really understand their experience. And that can be a lot to track at one time. It's very overwhelming, and in most cases would be very stressful. But by utilizing TM, I have managed to be able to navigate that successfully while maintaining my joy and passion for the work that I do. So TM has been a very powerful tool, and one that I would happily endorse.
Well, that's very refreshing, and I'd love to do a follow-up in a few months or a year to see how that whole framework has progressed. But thank you. That was A wonderful response to my poorly articulated question. Thank you for taking that. All right, so Rachel's asking if there will be a replay of the webinar. Yes, and we will give you a QR code later on so you can catch the replay. It does take us about 7 to 10 days to do the final edits. So just give us a little bit of time and then we will send you the replay. Okay, and Nina's asking for Owen's email because she wants to move here and ask more about that. So we've given all of his personal information away to Nina. And okay, can you speak, Owen, about additional facilities in town, trails and pool? And then I think we can wrap it up shortly after.
Nice. Yeah, well, we are lucky. We just renovated last year. It completed about like a year-long project to drastically improve our pool, which is a beautiful facility. We had to choose between showing you the tennis court and showing you the pool, and we're here at the tennis court, but the pool is really beautiful. And also, so similar to the question I got asked with the natural grass, we also have a very limited chlorine use in the pool, so it might even be nothing at all. I'm not exactly sure on the details, but the pool is a really beautiful and important on a day like this. As soon as we end this webinar, I am running over to the pool myself to jump in.
Yeah.
So the pool is a really beautiful asset for our community and campus. But we have more things available to us as well. Our campus is beautifully situated on the north side of town, and we have a loop trail that goes all the way around Fairfield. It's a 17-mile loop. And some of the most beautiful sections of it are just right here on this north side, northeast side, which is extremely accessible to all of our students. You can just walk from the dorms out onto the loop trail. There's prairie. On the northeast side, we have a beautiful lake as well. So there's a lot of different activities, whether you're wanting to be a competitive sport athlete or just enjoy being outside and being active. There's a lot of different opportunities. We also have in town, there's a soccer facility with multiple outdoor soccer fields. We have a rec center, another rec center in town. As if the rec center we showed you wasn't beautiful enough, we have another one in town with more basketball courts, track, more weightlifting, and another outdoor pool. So there's quite a bit of sport facilities here in town. It is an active and dynamic community. So we're really glad to be able to show you and get a sample, get a taste of the experience here.
Thank you. You sound like you're a great local tour guide as well. So you've definitely got a new profession. All right. I think we'll wrap it up soon with call to actions. I mean, there's a couple of really good questions, but let me do call to action and then we'll just have what we call bonus time. So we'll wrap it up formally, but we'll stay on a few minutes so we can address all these extra questions that come through. So let me just go over to the final slides. Here we go. Okay, some practical points. If you're considering an undergraduate degree here, we have a very generous transfer in policy. So you can actually transfer up to 90 credits. And really, this is great for those just wanting to finish up their bachelor's degree. There's 3 ways to join our MIU university programs. You could study on campus, you could study online, or there's this hybrid option where people are studying online, but they're moving to Fairfield because our community is a haven of peace with all the opportunities for living well. And if you're an online student living in Fairfield, you could take advantage of all of these facilities that we just shared with you. We're just showing you here that every page has an apply button to make it super easy to fill out an application. Our next entries are August 2025, which is for all programs. And then October, we have a special entry for just the online undergraduate programs. So this is a little snapshot of Fairfield, Iowa. It's not a typical small town in Iowa because it's had so much of this influence of consciousness-based education. It's brought people from all around the world. So it's super diverse, a lot of arts and culture. And financial aid is available. More than 90% of our students receive extensive financial aid. And it takes 10 seconds to use the financial aid calculator. if you want to have a little more interaction with us before you make a decision, we have more interactive webinars. Some are general, like this one, like on a general program. Some are more specific to one specific degree program, but you can register for our webinars. We also have something called Visitors Day, so you can come for one day. There's a $10 registration fee. And then there's this option for requesting a meeting with a professor. So transcendental meditation is the very specific type of meditation that everyone practices. And this is because we have the research here that corresponds with our whole methodology and our whole framework. The key word is transcendence. So it's a type for transcending and taking the attention to finer levels of the mind and of awareness to experience the source of thought, what we call pure consciousness. So everyone who enrolls as a student can learn it for free at any TM center around the country. So it's important to know about that piece. And finally, for webinar replays, so I believe it was Rachel asking about this. This is the QR code to take you to the website with all the past webinar replays. And then this one will be ready in about a week or 10 days. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the webinar, the official end, but we'd love to stay on and take a couple of these extra questions. You can call this bonus content. All right, Eric, you said you have something to add if comfortable with you speaking about it. Well, I'll see about that after. But yeah, you want to go ahead?
Well, this was for one of the questions that came up, which is, have we considered how our coaching approaches translates to the massive amount of youth sports and clubs, and how we can move what we are doing into the space of these kids who are going under increasing stress and pressure to get involved in sports at a younger and younger age, and how we can use the techniques that we're teaching to really develop the next generation. And I speak from experience. I've worked as a mental health technician working with the youth ages all the way from 7 to 23. I've worked in the elementary schools, I've worked in the middle schools, I've worked in the high schools doing esports and again, being that mental health technician, really helping them navigate the challenges and adversity of growing up. And what I find, a very common idea, is that it takes a village to raise a child. They have influences from the home, from the friends, from the city, from the greater community, and the greater culture beyond that. And so there are a lot of influences that we don't have direct control over, and our students, our youth, are going to be exposed to this at some point in their lives. It can be very difficult, it can be very confusing. Where our program comes in is kind of as a solution to prepare them, to help them to navigate. We can't necessarily protect them in the way that we can hide this stuff away from them forever. They're going to discover it, and as the world encroaches upon that more and more, they're going to get across this at earlier and earlier ages. But what we can do is equip them with the knowledge and skills necessary to get through this successfully, and even use it as an opportunity to grow. And in my space as the esports coach, I work with a lot of youth who are involved in these online spaces, which can at times be very toxic. And so giving the skills to regulate their emotions, to communicate effectively, identify friends with similar passions, and develop the social emotional learning skills to be successful within their communities, within their schools, and with their greater ambitions is something that I think we do very well.
I'm so glad you actually shared that point. You had so many beautiful points to talk about. So, all right. Is anybody else want to respond to that one, or maybe another point? Let's see. Youth Sports and Club. Is there anything else here? Rachel says beautiful. Okay, cool. I thought there was another one. Maybe not. Anyway, maybe we can wrap up here. Oh yeah, go ahead, Ruben. Yeah.
I would like to say something in those lines. I would like to add something that is very important in terms of Fairfield community, which is we are a blue zone community, which means there are different, just very powerful cities and places around the world that they are characterized by well-being of the place. You know, there are in Africa, there are in Japan, there are in different places where people live longer and happier. And we have all these things, and we have a trail of 17 miles, and we have everything related with wellness. So sports is a tool for your personal development too, not only for high performing, which is key. The second thing I would like to say regarding what Eric said was about the methodology of consciousness-based sports is, as we said, is in order to develop peak performance flow state and high state of performance consistently. And that is done by utilizing a complete approach to performance. What is a complete approach to performance? Is when you have not an outside-in approach, which means we go and train way more physically, and then that gives us automatism mentally, and then it creates emotional resilience, and then we get into flow through stress. But we also have the inward inside-out approach that we have through transcendental meditation, the experience of peak performance within that makes our emotional, mental, and physiological levels thrive into the zone state. And this is absolutely key, because this is what the industry is not having. They have a limited approach to performance. We have a complete approach to performance when we go from outside in and inside out. And this is something that is really key. And it's really key. Why? Because as Eric was saying, we have a way of working, we have a way of studying here. It is the block system. So we put that into a framework that you don't study 7, 8, 9 subjects per semester. You study just one. You study just one subject per semester, which means
Per block.
everything of who you are, everything of what you feel, everything of what you think, everything of what you do is tailored to master one thing. There is no divided attention. We don't start classes at 8, which means that you're gonna start waking up at 4:30 in order to train at 5:30 and be tired the whole day. Our classes start at 10 a.m., which means you have time before that in order to do your meditation, to do one practice without stress, starting your practice at 8, 8:15, and you have room in order to even have breakfast and go to class in a peak state. This is very important, guys, because what we want to do here is to offer you the 200% of life. The 200% of life means 200% inside, 100% stability, thrive from the inside, and 100% outside, 100% beautiful and amazing life and student athlete experience. We are not looking for numbers. We are looking for experience. We are looking for you to come to a place that you are going to be developing who you are at the highest through sports. That's who we are. We are pioneers. Thank you so much, Karen.
You got a thumbs up for that. 200% thumbs up. Also, Stacia says, appreciate your input. Eric, thanks for sharing. Excited to explore this more and the conversations about action in this. Okay, thank you so much for the bonus points at the end. Those were really, really powerful. Let's send Owen to the pool. Thanks for joining us in the heat. Okay. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we hope that you are part of our community in one way or another. It's an amazing little town. So come visit us, come join us. Thank you to our athletes and coaches here. That was awesome. We did it. Okay. And thanks to Amin behind the scenes for orchestrating all the tech. Okay, Owen, let's get you to the pool. Okay. Ciao.
Thank you all.